Horse-drawn carriage with a machine gun directed backwards in the direction of travel. The Tachanka became one of the symbols of the civil war in Russia, started immediately after the First World War. Used these tools, all parties to the conflict: Red Army, White Movement, numerous formations of peasant Cossacks, just bandits, and, of course, Makhnovist anarchists. There is nothing surprising in that. Together with a romantic flair from a cot, there have been many misconceptions. It is impossible to say who exactly invented the cot first. One can only assume that they thought of using a cot simultaneously in different parts of the former Russian Empire. In the Imperial Army, Maxim machine guns, due to their large weight, they were transported on cots, but they were shipped by hand to the front line. In the conditions of dynamic battles of the Civil War, I hope you enjoyed my videos. As you know, I still live in Ukraine with my cat, and everything is not so smooth here, but my pet and I believe that everything will be fine. If you want to treat her to delicious cat food, you can find details for donation in the description. The decision to install the cot on a spring wagon and to shoot directly from it suggested itself. Here it is important to understand that not all participants in the Civil War they called spring cots with machine guns precisely the word Tachanka. For example, anarchists led by Nestor Makhno, they called them the Ukrainian word not a cot, which denotes one's own light wagon. Another popular version is that the name is the product of a distortion of the word Tachanka from the name of the Taurida province. The appearance of a cot is directly related to the features operation of the Maxim machine gun and the quality of Russian roads. The fact is that when transporting machine guns on ordinary wagons, because of the shaking on the potholes, the sight was very quickly lost. As a result, after each transportation, the machine gun I had to shoot again. Quite another thing if you pile up the calculation on a spring wagon, which was used before the war, mainly for the transportation of wealthy passengers. Spring wagons went smoothly even on the most terrible potholes and impassability, which allowed not only to carry a machine gun, but also use Maxim immediately after arriving at the place. Although the cot is closely associated with the Maxim machine gun, not only they were put on a wagon. So, in the Red Army, on spring wagons mounted 82mm mortars. Indeed, there were very few of them. Not without the help of Soviet cinema for a cot, the image of the wagon was fixed, from which the fire was fired right off the bat. It really was possible, however. In most cases, spring wagons with machine guns were used as mobile firing points. I drove up, deployed a machine gun, opened fire, rolled up, left. It is important to understand that a machine gun on a cot was immediately ready for battle, unlike machine gun calculations, which were transported on ordinary wagons or cots. Something like a turret was installed on cots, allowing you to rotate the Maxim or raise it higher. Calculations of cots could act separately from infantry and cavalry, taking the most advantageous position in battle to organize crossfire. At the same time, the cot retained great mobility, both in and out of combat. The latter was especially important under conditions of low-intensity conflict. If you liked it, subscribe to our channel.